Angel alert! With recent market shifts and closures of some reverse mortgage companies, SunWest remains over 40 years strong and a longstanding leader in reverse mortgage lending. We're here for you and for your borrowers. At SunWest, we understand how important it is to meet your clients' expectations. So why not exceed them by closing their reverse loan fast? Go to heckham.swmc.com for all the information you'll need to use our simple tools, submit your reverse mortgage loans for immediate approval, and make your originations fast. If you'd like to learn more about reverse mortgage loans and why they're so popular in today's market, join us on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific for a live anonymous webinar. Go to heckham.swmc.com for more information. See you Friday.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. As we've noted over the last week, many people use the new year as a jumping-off point for change. That can include figuring out what's working for your business and what could use some adjustments. In the latest issue of NMP magazine, we learned the difference between delegated and non-delegated bankers, a question that even confuses mortgage professionals. Our own Mike Savino has more.
So we feel like there will be kind of a trend. I feel like there'll be a trend towards it, but the market will dictate that. So
market conditions will always dictate how businesses look to make money, and of course the mortgage industry is no different. For some, that means deciding whether to be a broker, a delegated banker, or non-delegated. But how do I know which option is right for me?
Typically, most of our non-delegated correspondents, I would say, do business pretty regularly with 2 to 4 investors out there like me.
Well, to some degree, there's a natural progression. Some bankers want more control over their business and become non-delegated bankers, relying on select correspondent lenders to underwrite their loans. Eventually, some of those decide to become delegated.
Then once you've done that for a while, you might say, hey, I want to hire my own underwriter and I want to start underwriting my own loans and sell that loan delegated.
Of course, some delegated bankers will decide to switch back to non-delegated. Having your own underwriting can make things faster, but it's also expensive.
it can be an expense, it can be a profit center, it can be break even, but it definitely has to make mathematical sense in order to make that transition, because you do take additional costs.
So how do you know when it's the right time to make a change? Well, the market will probably tell you.
Less sense. Like right now, the delta between non-delegated and delegated pricing is not very much. But back in 2020, when there was a shortage of underwriting, it was like 125 basis point difference. So
you can learn everything you need to know about the delegated, non-delegated decision in this month's issue of NMP Magazine, available now at nmpmag.com. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Mike Savino.
Thanks, Mike. 2022 was a challenging year. You worked hard and you got it done. It's time to celebrate your achievements. Nominate yourself or someone you know to be recognized in NMP Magazine's 2023 Class of Leading LOs Top Originators. All originator and broker nominations are welcome. A minimum of a $50 million loan volume or 50 total units is recommended. Winners will be showcased in the April 2023 issue of National Mortgage Professional and on the show. To apply, go to nmplink.com/leadinglos. Coming up, Rockets fighting in yet another court.
Morgan of SunWest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With SunWest, your true home is always within.
Welcome back. Yesterday we told you that 10 mortgage bankers were suing Rocket Mortgage and accusing the company of not paying overtime. Turns out the lawsuit follows one that Rocket filed against them. According to the lawsuit filed in Arizona in October, the 10 employees were among a dozen that Rocket says violated non-compete clauses in their employment contracts. The lawsuit claims that JFQ Lending, a company co-founded by 2 former Rocket employees, unlawfully rated the 12 employees between February and October of last year. Rocket says that JFQ Lending recruited and hired the employees despite knowing about their employment agreements. The bankers claim in their lawsuit that Rocket failed to pay them overtime. In response, Rocket called the suit a last-minute attempt by employees who knew they violated the terms of their employment. A spokesman also noted that the bankers were already subject of the suit at the time they filed their own complaint. We'll be right back with what else is interesting.
I had to watch him go from so capable to a different person altogether, and it was really hard. We're hoping that this message gets to veterans out there who are in similar struggles. That's how fast Southwest worked. It was truly amazing. It makes me very happy to know that there's a company out there that cares so much, that they go through so much to help, because we never expected this. Never.
SunWest understands that your success is built one family at a time. Visit sunwestpartners.com.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell reiterated his commitment to lowering inflation today. Speaking in Stockholm, Sweden, Powell says that the Federal Reserve will not back down even if they face political pressure. In his prepared remarks, Powell did not touch on the possibility of another rate hike when the Federal Reserve meets again. Instead, he focused on the importance of the Federal Reserve's independence from Congress and the White House. The Federal Reserve is scheduled to meet again at the end of the month. While Powell didn't give any insight into the Open Market Committee, minutes from the December meeting showed support for more hikes. The Fed approved a half-point rate increase last month. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.